All right, so car insurance.
Hmm.
It can be a real pain, right?
Oh, tell me about it.
Especially for new drivers.
Yeah.
Some are paying over £6,900 just to get on the road.
It's crazy.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
You sent us this YouTube video
Okay.
with Yanni, the car guy, and Jay, who's like a personal finance expert.
I know those guys.
And they had some interesting tips
For sure.
about saving on car insurance.
Yeah.
So we're going to deep dive into this, break it all down.
Okay.
Whether you're a new driver or you've been driving for years.
Gotcha.
Hopefully we can find something useful for everybody.
Yeah, this is good.
So one of the things they mentioned that really stood out to me was that using a private browser and clearing your cookies before you search for car insurance.
Interesting.
Is that really a thing?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Are they like spying on us?
Yep. Well, I don't know about spying, but insurance companies use cookies to track your behavior online.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
So it's not just about seeing if you're looking for insurance.
Okay.
They use algorithms to personalize those premiums.
So they're building like a whole profile on me.
Pretty much.
From my browsing. Wow.
Yeah.
To be honest with you?
Yeah.
I don't even know what a cookie is.
Oh, okay.
Can you explain that?
Sure.
For anyone who's not like a tech expert.
So cookies are basically like little digital tags that websites leave on your computer. They store information about you.
Like what kind of information?
Like the websites you visit.
Okay.
The things you search for.
Okay.
The products you click on.
Gotcha.
All about data collection.
So private browsing and clearing cookies.
Yeah.
Sounds like those are must-dos.
Definitely a good idea.
Okay, what about those comparison websites? Everyone always says those are the best way to find cheap insurance.
Yeah.
But then Jay suggests going directly to the insurance company after using the comparison website.
I see.
What's the point of this?
Well, comparison websites are great for getting an overview.
Okay.
But they do have a hidden cost.
What do you mean?
They take a cut.
So it's like booking a hotel through a third party.
Exactly.
Got
to
it.
check directly with the insurance company after you've used the comparison website.
Okay, so we got to play the game a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Now, speaking of games, let's talk about choosing a car.
All right.
The video mentions these insurance groups.
Yes.
1 to 50, with 1 being the cheapest.
Correct.
To insure.
Yes.
So if you want the cheapest, you go for a Nissan Micra.
A good choice.
Volkswagen Fox.
Another good one.
Or a Ford Ka.
Yep. Those are all
like the cheapest to insure.
Exactly.
Why are those the cheapest?
Well, they're statistically less likely to be in an accident or to be stolen. They're smaller, less powerful.
Okay.
And let's be honest.
Yeah.
Not as flashy.
Not as cool.
Right.
I was surprised to hear that Ford Fiestas are stolen a lot.
They are.
Why is that?
It's partly because they're so common.
Oh, okay.
More Fiestas on the road.
Yeah.
More opportunities for thieves. It's a numbers game.
Okay, so I've always heard that electric cars are cheaper to insure.
Right.
Because they're good for the environment.
Uh-huh.
But Jay says that's not always true.
Not necessarily.
Really?
Why not?
Well, electric cars have many advantages.
Okay.
But cheaper insurance isn't always one of them.
So are electric cars more expensive to insure?
Sometimes. The cheapest electric car is the Smart EQ. But that's still in Insurance Group 9.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
It's like they tell us one thing, then they tell us another thing. It changes all the time.
First it was diesel, then it was petrol, now it's electric.
Yeah.
What are we supposed to believe?
I know, it's confusing.
What's the takeaway here?
Do your research.
Okay.
Don't assume something's true just because it sounds good.
Okay.
Electric cars are great.
Yeah.
But don't expect them to be cheaper to insure.
Okay, so you mentioned buying used cars.
Yep.
And checking the car's history, especially if it's been in an accident.
Right.
You mentioned these Cat C and Cat D cars.
Yeah.
What are those?
Yeah, okay. So if a car's been damaged and written off by an insurance company, it can be repaired and put back on the road as a Cat C or Cat D. Depending on the severity of the mechanic. Okay. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Those repairs might not be up to the same standard as the manufacturer.
Right.
So insurance companies often see those cars as higher risk.
Which means higher premiums for you.
So if you buy a used car, especially a Cat C, a car Cat D,
especially
you gotta be careful.
Be extra careful.
Now let's talk about modifications.
Right.
Like if you modify your car, you have to declare that.
Correct.
What about things like dash cams? Do you have to declare those?
You would think that dash cams would make you safer.
Right.
And maybe lower your insurance. But even those modifications can affect your premium.
I don't understand.
Because it changes the value of the car.
Okay.
And potentially the cost of repairs.
Okay.
Insurance companies want to know about anything that changes the car.
So anything from its original condition?
Exactly.
Okay.
Now, some modifications, like trackers, can lower your premium.
Because
they can deter theft.
That makes sense.
But it's always best to be upfront with your insurer about any changes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they said that sometimes it's better to park on the road than in your driveway.
Interesting.
Isn't it safer in your driveway?
You would think so.
Yeah.
But with all the technology out there, it's actually easier for thieves to target cars on driveways. They know the keys are probably inside. And they can use devices to amplify the signal from your key fob.
So they can just get in?
Yep. And steal it in seconds.
I had no idea.
Scary stuff.
So they also talked about adding named drivers to your policy.
Yeah.
I know a lot of young drivers do this, like adding a parent to get a lower premium. Is that a good idea?
It can be.
Okay.
But you have to be honest about who the main driver is.
Okay.
I know some young drivers try to get around high premiums by adding a parent as the main driver.
Even if they're the one.
Even if they're the one driving
the car most of the time.
Exactly. That's called fronting.
Fronting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's illegal.
Oh, wow.
And it could void your insurance.
Yikes.
So be honest.
Yeah, honesty is definitely the best policy.
It is.
Okay, so let's talk about excess.
Sure.
How does excess work?
So excess is the amount you agree to pay towards a claim before your insurance kicks in.
Okay.
The higher your excess, the lower your premium.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
So if I have a high excess and I make a small claim, I could end up paying for the whole thing.
Potentially, yes. Oh. That's why it's important to find the right balance.
Now, Jay mentioned this tactic where you set a high excess to get a lower premium.
Yep.
And then you get separate excess protection insurance
yes.
to cover the high excess.
Exactly.
If you make a claim.
That's a good strategy.
Yeah.
But not all companies offer excess protection.
Got it. So do your research. Okay, and finally, let's talk about paying monthly versus paying upfront.
The age-old question.
I know everyone loves to pay monthly.
It's tempting.
But is it really the best?
Well,
financially.
It's tempting, but it can be expensive because of interest charges.
So you're saying paying up front is cheaper.
In the long run, yes.
But what if I don't have all the cash up front?
Jay suggested using a 0% interest credit card if your insurance company allows it.
Okay.
So you get the benefit of the upfront discount and you can pay off the credit card gradually.
Without any interest.
Exactly.
That's a good tip.
It is.
Assuming you have a 0% interest credit card.
And you can manage the repayments.
So this brings up a good point about emergency funds.
Absolutely.
You know, you never know when you're going to need car insurance and you don't want to be caught.
No, definitely.
I learned that the hard way.
Oh, no.
I needed insurance like immediately.
Yeah.
And I ended up paying way more than I should have.
Ouch.
So don't be like me.
Good advice.
Start early.
Yeah.
Don't wait till the last minute.
MoneySavingExpert.com, founded by Martin Lewis, recommends starting your search 3 to 4 weeks before you need the policy.
That's a long time.
It is.
So don't procrastinate.
Nope.
Insurance companies love it.
They do.
When you wait till the last minute.
They know you're desperate, so they can charge you more.
Okay, so let's talk about the dreaded black box.
Right.
I know a lot of young drivers have these in their cars. What are your thoughts on those?
Okay, so black boxes or telematics devices are little devices that monitor your driving.
What do they monitor?
Speed, mileage, braking, acceleration.
Wow.
Even the time of day you drive.
Really?
Yeah.
So they know everything.
Pretty much. What the idea is, if you're a safe driver, you'll get rewarded with lower premiums. But if you're a risky driver, you might have to pay more.
So wait.
Yeah.
You said earlier it's safer to park on a busy street than in my driveway.
Yes.
I'm not sure I understand that.
I know it seems counterintuitive.
Yeah.
But thieves can use technology to target cars that are parked in driveways.
Yeah.
They know the keys are likely inside.
Right.
And they can use those signal boosters to get in.
So it's safer to park on the street?
In some cases, yes.
But what about vandalism?
That's a good point.
Or getting hit by another car?
Yeah, you have to weigh the risks and the benefits.
For my specific situation.
Exactly.
Okay, so back to black boxes.
Right.
They sound a bit Big Brother-ish.
They can be.
But they can also save you money.
Yes, sometimes up to 40%.
Wow.
But it really depends on your driving habits.
And how comfortable you are with being monitored.
Right.
Speaking of monitoring.
Yeah.
There's this story about black boxes tracking mileage.
Yes.
And insurance companies are catching people who exceed their stated mileage.
It's true.
So if you lie about your mileage,
they'll know.
They'll know.
Yeah.
Wow.
So be honest.
I've heard that some black box policies are really strict.
Some are.
Like they penalize you for going slightly over the speed limit.
Some policies have very tight margins.
You got to be careful.
Read the fine print.
Okay.
Understand the terms and conditions.
Got it.
Make sure your driving habits are compatible with the level of monitoring.
What about multi-car or multi-policy discounts?
Yes.
Is that a good way to save money?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Many companies offer discounts if you bundle your policies. Like car, home, and life insurance.
Oh, yeah.
It's a win-win.
How so?
They get more business from you, and you get a lower premium.
So bundling is always the best option?
It often is, but not always.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sometimes you can get a better deal by shopping around.
So again, do your research.
Exactly.
Okay, last question.
Shoot.
What about using other cheaper quotes to negotiate a better deal?
Yes. The classic tactic.
Does it work?
It absolutely does.
So when my renewal comes up,
yep,
I should shop around.
Yes.
Get some quotes.
Get quotes from other companies.
Go.
And then call my current insurer.
And say what?
Hey, I found a better deal.
Okay.
Can you match it?
And they might.
They might.
Wow.
They want to keep you as a customer.
Okay. So at the end of the day, it sounds like honesty is key.
It is.
When it comes to car insurance, it can be tempting
to
like fudge the truth a little bit.
I know.
To get a lower premium.
But it's not worth the risk. Lying to your insurance company is a recipe for disaster.
Absolutely.
It might seem like a harmless way to save a few bucks.
But it could cost you a lot more.
Exactly. Your insurance could be invalidated.
Wow.
And then you'd be financially responsible.
For everything.
Potentially, yes.
So what kind of lies do people tell? Like what?
Lying about their job.
Oh.
Their address. Their mileage.
Right.
Even who the main driver is.
Wow.
People think they're being clever.
Yeah.
But insurance companies are wise to these tricks.
They have whole departments.
They do.
Dedicated to catching this stuff.
Exactly.
So don't even try it.
Don't risk it.
Got it. It's crazy how much goes into this.
Right.
I mean, all this data and algorithms.
Right is a lot.
It's like we're living in the future or something.
I know what you mean.
Like our cars are telling on us.
In a way. Yeah.
But it could be good too.
Definitely.
Like you said, if you're a safe driver, you could actually benefit from this.
Absolutely.
Lower premiums.
Yep. And safer roads.
Because people know they're being watched.
It's like a virtual driving instructor.
Right.
Always there.
So besides personalized insurance and pay-per-mile, are there any other
there's a ton.
Innovations coming out?
AI, for example.
AI.
In claims processing.
What do you mean?
Imagine filing a claim on your phone. An AI system assesses the damage and processes your payout.
Like instantly?
In minutes.
Wow, that would be amazing.
No more waiting on hold.
Or paperwork.
Exactly.
Actually much easier.
Much faster, more efficient.
So it's good for both sides.
For insurers and policyholders.
I mean, technology is really changing.
It really is.
The car insurance industry.
Big time.
And this is just the beginning.
Who knows what's next?
Autonomous vehicles, maybe.
Potentially.
Drone deliveries.
It could be.
Flying cars.
The possibilities are endless.
It's exciting, but also a little scary.
I know what you mean.
It's like we're entering a whole new world
of
mobility and insurance.
Exactly.
It's a lot to take in.
For sure.
But it's important to stay informed.
Absolutely.
So we've covered a lot today.
We have.
From cookies to black boxes to AI and the future of insurance.
It's been quite a journey.
So for our listeners out there,
yeah,
what are the top 3 takeaways?
Okay, so first and foremost, be honest with your insurance company.
Okay.
Don't risk your coverage for a cheaper premium.
Honesty is the best policy.
It really is.
Number 2.
Shop around, compare quotes.
From different companies.
From comparison websites and insurance companies directly.
Got it.
Don't settle for the first offer.
Okay, so play the field.
Play the field.
And last but not least,
read the fine print. Your policy.
Okay.
Especially if it's a black box policy.
Makes sense.
Make sure you're comfortable with the level of monitoring and the potential consequences violating the terms.
Knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
When it comes to car insurance.
The more you know, the better decisions you'll make.
Great advice. So there you have it, folks. A crash course in car insurance hacks.
That's right.
Straight from the experts.
We tried our best.
We hope this deep dive was helpful.
Yeah.
And maybe saved you some money.
That's the goal.
All right, so to wrap things up,
the
world of car insurance is always changing.
Always evolving.
So stay informed, stay curious.
And don't be afraid to ask questions.
Yes, great advice.
Thanks.
So to all our listeners, stay safe, stay informed.
And save some money.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
See you then.
I got to say, all this talk about data and algorithms and stuff, it's a little overwhelming.
It's a lot to process.
Yeah, it's like we're living in a sci-fi movie.
I know what you mean.
Where our cars are spying on us.
Yeah.
But I guess it could be good too.
It could.
If you're a safe driver,
absolutely,
you could actually benefit.
Lower premiums.
Safer roads.
Yep.
It's like having a virtual driving instructor.
That's a good way to put it.
Always watching.
Always there.
So you mentioned AI.
Yeah.
What other innovations are coming out?
Oh, man, there's so much happening.
Like what?
AI in claims processing, for example.
Okay, what's that?
Imagine filing a claim on your phone and an AI system assesses the damage and processes your payout.
Like instantly?
In minutes.
Wow.
No more paperwork.
No more waiting on hold.
Exactly.
So much easier.
So much faster, more efficient.
Good for both sides.
Definitely a win-win.
I mean, technology is really transforming this industry.
It's amazing to see.
What's next?
Who knows?
Autonomous vehicles, maybe?
Maybe.
Drone deliveries?
Possibly.
Flying cars?
It's all on the table.
It's exciting.
It is.
But also a little scary.
Yeah. It's a lot to think about.
We're on the cusp of something big.
A whole new era.
It's a lot to take in.
For sure.
So we've covered a lot today.
We have.
From cookies to black boxes to AI.
The whirlwind tour.
It's been a wild ride.
It has.
But I think the biggest takeaway is that knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
When it comes to car insurance.
The more you know, the better decisions you'll make.
So stay informed, stay curious.
And stay safe out there.
Great advice. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
For joining us today.
Anytime.
And to our listeners.
Yeah.
We hope you found this deep dive helpful and informative.
We'll see you next time.
For another deep dive into a topic that matters to you.
Please subscribe to our channel for more videos.